is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 69 of Cigars Unbanded.
Wow. Oh, nice.
That's right. We are smoking cigar number 1 today out of the April pack for small batch exclusives. Tonight with me, as always, is the Unbanded cast. We got Mike, Cigar Carpenter, Felipe of Cigar Side Chats, Johnny OCD is in the building. We got Matt of Cigar Hound Dog, John of Cigar Alchemist, Roger of Working Man Cigars. Jeez, this list is getting long. And with us tonight, the man of the hour, Mr. Sober Cigars. What's going on,
Thank
Matt?
you. Man, not much. When you said Matt earlier, I was like, oh, hey, and wrong one.
Matt, I extended the T's on it. I said Matt for the 2 T's.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Glad to be here. Appreciate you having me on tonight.
Yeah, you've been a busy man this week, huh? Double header here.
Oh yeah, double dipping.
Yeah.
Double dipping. Getting yourself out there.
Yeah, doing the media rounds.
So tight.
Yeah. Well, hey, speaking of media rounds, we might as well just get into it. You dropped a chat this week with Cigar Hound Dog, right?
Yeah, it's been a busy week for the channel. We got the chat, the monthly pre-recorded with Hound Dog came out a few days ago. My new series, Dueling Palates with Erica. The first video dropped for that on Monday. Doing the whole mini series of reviewers, #1 cigars for 2024. So we got 10 of those coming over the next about month and a half. Those will be dropping. So we're excited. We're going to go live to do the reveal of how we rank them once the final video drops too. So that'll be a good time.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Erica, she's in the chat. What's going on?
There
Oh
she
yeah,
is.
what's up, Erica?
I don't really see Erica in the chat anymore, to be honest, guys. She only shows up when Matt's here. Isn't that a little fucked up? It's a little fucked up.
We
She's
gotta
my
bring him here
co-host.
more often. We gotta bring him here more often.
Just messing.
She's like, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah. Checked out. Checked out. But on that note of you and Erica, I'm so glad someone finally took my advice for a series and is doing it, because I gave it to Roger like a year ago and he just fucking never. I think you filmed a few episodes, right, Roger?
I did like 3, dude. Yeah, and then
And just never released them. Yeah.
Dude, how funny. And what's funny is, Erica at first had the idea. She was like, hey, Pick Jimmy has the Defajero for his cigar #1. I've never had it. Have you? And I was like, no. She goes, I'm going to get us one. Let's smoke. And she was like, should we do a review for it? Like we could go on. And I was like, sure. And then talking with you, Peter, you were like,
Yeah.
Hey, I've had this idea. Roger just did a couple videos. Why don't you do 10 reviewers #1 cigars and then rank them at the end? And we ran with it.
Very cool. Do you have the list of all 10 reviewers that you're going to be checking out their cigars?
So not handy, but we got Carpenter's is on there, the Edifal. Yours is on there, the PB97. It is currently #1. The PB97, which we're going to do this weekend. Hound Dogs, Cocodrillo in Toro, and we did smoke the Corona Gorda a week prior, so we'll have some commentary on both Vitolas at the end of that video. We got Felipe's still to do, the Atabay, I forget the size, and then we've already done, Pick Jimmy had the Definition Defajero, we've done that. We've done Jono's cigar, which was a Privada, I forget what it's called. Cigar Head Fred. I just called it Donnie B, Don Benigno or something like that. And then we're doing one of mine. We're going to do the Martinique just because we want to smoke that one. So we're throwing mine in there.
It's a good cigar.
Dope. Yeah. What are you going to do if yours comes in last?
I can promise you that will not be happening. And I'm not saying that because it's mine. I'm saying that because of out of the 6 we have so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be last. And I thought this whole, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I thought this series was going to be, oh my gosh, we're going to have these mind-blowing #1 cigars. We're not going to know which one to pick. This is going to be amazing. that kind of hasn't been the journey so far. So, but you know, it's people have different palates and different tastes and likes. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But
It's cool though. I mean, to see where everyone ranks their cigars, and then you just go in after and tear them apart and tell them how bad their rankings are. It's got to be fun.
You're an idiot.
it won't be that bad. Nothing we could. There was nothing we couldn't smoke. There was nothing that was like, oh man, this thing's just disgusting.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
That
Well, speaking
Depajero
of-
didn't sound good at all, dude.
Yeah. That Depajero, how'd that go?
Is what it sounded like.
You know, you guys just have to tune into the live
Mm.
about a month and a half.
You sent
Now,
me one,
it
correct?
wasn't. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's.
I got your package today. I didn't open it up all the way because the kids were running around, but I'll smoke it in solidarity with you. I'll have that
And-
soon.
mine.
I'm
To be
thinking
fair,
about the definition. Which one was that? That's not the Depajero, right? That's
Yeah. definition
Yeah, that's it.
Depajero. And to be fair on mine, I had construction issues, so that played into mine. But
I know it's been hit or miss so far in the review community, but I actually loved the Depajero. So I'll be curious to see what you all said about it. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Yeah.
We will see. We will see.
you know,
AJ
I
said
like
he's-
the
one's
definition
already out.
walking stick. The walking stick, the Lancero.
The black band.
Yeah, I thought that one was pretty good, decent.
I haven't had one that wowed me yet. I know everyone loves the Noir. That's probably been my favorite. Well, let me tell you, it's not the Connecticut Noir. I don't know if you smoked that one, but that was my introduction into DC. And the Cameroon Noir is head and shoulders above it. I'll say that much.
Connecticut looks so nice too. Such a nice looking cigar. Some of them look like bruised bananas, but some of them are nice. And then it's just not good at all.
Your cigars look like bruised bananas for some reason.
That is, that is a common theme, dude. I don't know what's going on here.
That cooler yours, bro.
And Nick said, "Does anyone else think Roger looks like a Mexican version of Mario?" I can
I
see it.
am, dude. We're both plumbers, bro.
I am.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you both
You
are
know-
plumbers.
Yeah.
Mario was originally a carpenter
Oh no
on
way.
Donkey Kong. Yeah, they changed.
Yeah, he
him
had a
to
hammer.
plumber after. Yeah.
Well, dude, the overall
hammer.
that is more of a carpenter thing, right? Well, I don't think you guys do that now, but
No.
When you and your brother
but-
work together, it's perfect.
Is he taller than you?
he is taller than me, dude. He is taller than me.
Fuck yeah.
Exactly.
Oh.
that, dude.
You guys, for Halloween, you guys got to do that.
We should, bro. That's a good idea.
Yeah, Rollies can be your Princess Peach. It'll be perfect.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Yoshi. I was gonna say
No.
No, he's Toad. He's Toadstool
That's right.
for sure.
Or
Or a Goomba.
for sure.
You like this hat? Little crown heads one. There's 3 versions of this hat. So if anyone has the black one, let me know. I will trade you cigars for it because I have the green one and I have the white one, but I can't get my hands on that black one. So I'm up for trades if anyone's got it. But let's get into cigar number 1. Let's take a couple puffs, get the notes fresh in our mind. And I think we'll start with the guest of honor, Matt, Mr. 1T.
Man, I haven't been paying attention. I've been talking.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's how this show goes. I mean, we barely review cigars here. We're just here for a good time.
So far, so good. I'll say that. Gives me some
Okay.
Corojo vibes. That's all I got so far.
Corojo. And you don't like Corojo, right?
No, it's Corojo's okay, but like the Corojo, what is it, 99, I think it is specifically, I'm not a fan of. And
Criollo?
the
I don't think-
Criollo 98.
You don't like Criollo 98. I know for sure you don't like Criollo 98.
Okay. Well, we'll start with you, Matt. 2T Matt.
Well, we're like, how far are we in? Like maybe like 3/4 inch.
Yeah.
I know what this cigar is.
Mhm.
Mike knows what this cigar is.
Yeah.
It's a very good cigar. It's a very good cigar, and it's making up for last month. I'll just say that so far.
Easy. easy. Flavor notes. Do you have any flavor notes you want to describe?
Maple syrup, getting like a musty leather and a musty oak, a dark nut like a walnut or like a Brazil nut, but a lot of maple syrup sweetness and very good. I've never had it in this size, but I know the profile and it's a very good cigar.
All right, Roger, what are you getting, man?
So it didn't start off super spicy, but now I'm getting a lot of spice, man. I don't know if you guys aren't surprised Matt's not getting spice. I'm getting a ton of spice on the retro. And then I got, when Matt said mustiness, I'm getting a tiny bit of mustiness. And then I am getting a sweetness, but I can't put my finger on it. And then there is like a weird aftertaste that I'm getting. That's
All right, John, what about you?
This reminds me of an Ecuador Habano. This feels like Habano to me. But I'm getting like wood, cedar wood, getting leather, getting a nice like brown sugar, touch of brown sugar sweetness for me. And then a little bit of floral. And then I swear, dude, at times, not every puff, but I've gotten like hints of almost like a toasted coconut. It's interesting.
Coconut. That sounds delightful. I hope that comes around for me. Johnny, what says you?
I says after initial light up, because I always retrohale right out the gate, I was getting gobs of pepper right from the start and immediate like dark fruit sweetness with that pepper. And I was like, man, this is really good. There is some kind of that funkiness starting to develop through the nose, but unfortunately, I'm not getting like anything other on the palate other than like this chalky citric residue. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Ew.
I'm getting a lot of smoke through my nose, but I'm getting like no volume out my mouth. Like it's not very dense. It's strange.
Huh. Okay.
But it tastes fine through the nose.
And let's just acknowledge how good Johnny sounds now that we figured out the mic he's been thinking he was using that was plugged in for about 3 months was actually never turned on. So
It was
thumbs
turned
up for
on.
Johnny. Oh, okay. It just wasn't working.
doesn't connect.
It just wasn't set as the microphone.
I mean, it sounds great. So thank you, sir. Felipe, what are you getting?
Stone fruit sweetness, leather, and I'm getting like a little bit of cocoa powder at the end. It's good.
Carpy?
A lot of the same stuff. I did get, there was one retro that like it made me sneeze when I poked over here off camera. So there was a little bit of a real spicy bite there for a second. There's a nice like funkiness on the draw. And then on the finish, I see where like Matt's coming from saying maple syrup, but also there have been some times where the finish is like kind of chalky, like it's still sweet, but it's like powdered sugary sometimes because it's just so dry. But like Matt said, everybody knows what this is.
Not everybody.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I have zero clue.
Not everybody. Not everyone can look at a cigar and be like, that's definitely it. This one you could. If you're familiar with it, you definitely would know, but we'll keep it a surprise. For me, a lot of the same flavor notes. That chalkiness is very prevalent for me, drying out my mouth. I'm getting like a mesquite pepper wood that's pretty overpowering. But all those other like nuanced flavors are there. They're just really behind that like mesquite, peppery wood, leather profile. So I'm going to slow down. I don't know if I've been smoking it too fast and it's heating up on me, but take it easy for a little bit and see if it comes around. Let's see here. What's going on, Sandman? Smoking a Byron 21st. Which 21st? Ooh. That's what Carpy wants to know because he just smoked
it. And both of them are delicious.
Mm-hmm. But one is better than the other.
I like that Distinguidos. It's very good.
Yeah,
but it's been a while since I had an Elegantes or whatever, you know. So I don't know.
It's very good.
Had the Elegantes yet. Only the nice. Distinguidos.
Yeah,
I like the Elegantes more.
Roger's right.
Nice, heck yeah.
What didn't you like about the Maduro version? It was just unimpressive, Matt.
It's to me, it's just like it's a rough Atabey Black. or it's more akin to me. It's more akin to the Lampert 23 than it is to the Atabey Black, but it's just a fairly it's the roughest Byron I've had. And it's not bad.
Really?
It's just with Byron I expect like, or I usually would get like a more refined kind of, creamy, buttery kind of experience. That obviously with the Bean Maduro, you have to expect something different, but it's like, if I want to go for that profile with Selected, I'm going to go with the Atabey Black, and no, Terrence, you're wrong. Stop it. No, John, no,
John.
don't
A
encourage
lot
that.
of people think that. Yeah.
I guess what I liked about that Distinguidos is that it is a little bit more aggressive. I wouldn't call it as far as rough. I suppose for a selected tobaccos it is, but any other like darker Byron that I've gone into thinking, oh, this is going to be a nice little bit bolder experience, it just isn't. So it's I don't know.
So where would you rank the brands in Selected for you? Like, Byron, Atabey, and Alfonso. Like, what's the hierarchy for you? Which one do you gravitate towards more? Sure, we'll start with Carpy.
I don't fucking know, dude. Like I've never been. I'm not that guy that just loves every Atabey, right? Like I thought most of them were pretty good, but I didn't think the value was there, except for that one that we had on Unbanded was super good for some reason. Otherwise, it's just a very smooth Connecticut to me. There's not a lot of complexity into it, Whereas that one that we had on Unbanded, there was something more to it.
That was the Delirious. Delirious?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Delirios.
Yeah, because when I did my
That's the
shade
one I
shootout, the
buy now.
Atabey. Yeah. When I did that shade shootout, the Atabey got like third place for me. Because it's very good. It's very smooth, but it's like the same fucking thing the whole way through.
Terrence
I gotta
said
have an
Alfonso, Byron, Atabey.
That'd be blast. Dang.
I'd go opposite. I'd go
I would
opposite
too.
of Terrence.
Ooh, the Mats are in
Yeah.
agreement.
I'd say Terrence is somewhat right. It's Alfonso, Atabey, Byron. So just alphabetical order. Real easy.
Go easy. I would take Byron. I would take Byron, Atabey, and then Alfonso. Mostly just because I haven't smoked a lot of Alfonso. We smoked the one on Unbanded that was really good. That extra Añejo one. I got like an A tier for the show. That was great. But for me, Byron just seems to be more in my wheelhouse. I just like a little bit more spice, a little bit more aggressiveness. And Atabey is when I'm in the mood for that. By far, nothing else can compare to it. Like it hits that perfectly. But I usually want a little bit more in a cigar. And I get that with Byron.
Well, I think the way it is, I mean, Alfonso is their top tier. That's their flagship. That's the one that you're going to get the most refinement out of, would be an Alfonso.
Really?
Then I think an Atabey, and then Byron. Byron's like that one line that's luxury, but has a whole bunch of blends, so you have variety to choose from. But like
Gotcha.
Alfonso, they just try to dial in on, two.
Yeah.
Why has nobody said bandolero? Come on, guys.
Ooh. Ooh.
I don't fucking like. I haven't had a good one.
They're
I
okay.
just
I got
saw
some I
comments
got to
on
try.
Facebook. I haven't had a good one. They're all okay.
Yeah. And Felipe, which was the Atabey? Was it the Mysticos that you had for your number one
It was
last year?
I think it was the Banditos. It's like the biggest size.
The
And it
biggest
was
one.
because you guys were the ones that were like, just grab the biggest size they have.
Yeah.
I think it was it's 7x58, I believe.
It's enormous. It's very good though. It's
All
very
that.
good.
So good.
Yeah. And then John, I know we were talking in group chat about you bringing stuff in, and you were asking about like Selected. Are you lined up with something you're going to bring in yet? Have you kind of narrowed it down to what you're going to carry?
Not yet. I have an Alfonso and a Byron I want to smoke for review, and that's going to help me kind of determine it. So I've had experience with Atabey. I really haven't had Byron or Alfonso. So, but yeah, I'm gonna choose one to start with, and we'll go from there. But I'll let y'all know.
That'd be
So,
cool.
so John, when you're doing something like that, to wanting to get some new cigars to have on your truck there. So you're able to, with them, like just pick which Vitolas and what you want. They don't make you like, hey, you got to get these 3 things to get this or anything like that.
Yeah, that's a great question, man. So I work with a distributor, and so I don't work directly with the brands. And there's, even though the margins aren't as good, the benefit is he has those relationships. And so I can get stuff like that other people can't get. If you're working directly with the brand, I can get it because he's my kind of surrogate, right? So like,
Yeah.
I can get Liga, but I don't have to carry Herrera, Esteli and stuff to get Liga because he's got it. So that's kind of the benefit of having a distributor versus going direct to the brand. So that's why I'm able to kind of get access to stuff in that way. So
that's really cool.
Because otherwise it would be next to impossible for you to get some of the harder to get stuff, being like a small shop on wheels. You know what I mean? Like you would never be able to carry that much product in order to get like Liga Privada or something like that.
Exactly. Cool. Yeah. And some of these people too, they require that you have a distributor's license, and that's more expensive. It invites more scrutiny into your business. And so just not at that point where I want to do a distributor license to do all that yet. So
I imagine like the first year of like just operating it is going to be like seeing what gets requested too, because you can kind of go off the top of your head like what you think people are going to want and just kind of see what moves, you know, in like the review space and what everyone kind of always likes. But what really matters is when they come up to the window and they're like, hey, do you have this? And you're like, ah, shit, I should carry that.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
What's going on, Mac?
What's up, Mac? Not my favorite. It's a smaller size, right?
It's like a 5 1/4 by 50. I like it a lot.
I know Sal loves the Brujos.
Yeah.
Whittlebacks. If a genie gave you 3 cigar-related wishes, what would you ask for? That's a clever one. Now, what's your favorite Connecticut? You know, what would you guys ask for? Would it be a box of something that you just can't get your hands on or something?
I would wish for like $1 billion worth of cigars and sell them.
No, it doesn't work that way, Johnny.
Ooh. I think it does work that way. That is a cigar related wish. I think it can work that way. Johnny just loophole.
I would wish to own my super successful cigar company and create blends and charge ridiculous amounts of money and reap all the profit. I don't know.
And be a billionaire.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Wow.
Smart man. Smart man. Hear, hear. Hear, hear.
What about you, 1T? What were you going to say?
I would ask to never get a cigar with bad construction.
Like future-proof your whole cigar experience for the future.
Yeah, like and then I would give my second wish to Javi and do the same thing for him.
Nice.
I was just gonna say, like, because genies always trick you and shit, right? So when you make that wish, that means Javi's gonna get every terribly constructed cigar for the remainder of his life, so that you can smoke, you know, easily.
Somebody has to pay the price for that wish,
right?
What do you mean genies always trick you? You got experience with genies, bro? What's going on over there in Florida?
Yeah, in the movies, be careful what you wish for. They always trick you.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, they take everything literally.
Gotta be
it's
careful.
Like, I want $1 million, and then the next day your mom dies, and her life insurance is like $1 million.
Right?
Like, damn, Roger.
Well, he's right though. That's what happens.
Yeah, but you took that policy out on her, so you knew it was going to happen, bro.
All right, planning ahead.
What did Frank say here? He said the pepper is coming and going on the retro. Any changes for you guys? Is it developing at all on the cigar? Flavor notes? It's pretty similar for me.
I'm not paying attention
Coming a bit.
to this thing.
Coming a bit woodier for me.
I'm getting a little bit more sweetness, but I can't put my finger. It's not like a fruity sweetness. It's something else. The pepper's still like, it is coming in and out for me as well. Sometimes it's not that bad, and then sometimes it's like, damn, like a lot straight in my nose, dude, right in the retro. But it is an enjoyable cigar so far.
Oh, Uncle Lou said, lower those taxes. Tell that genie to lower those taxes on those cigars.
Ooh. There you
Yeah.
go.
It would
Oh
just
yeah,
be
he's
great
in
if we could
Canada.
get.
He's fucked.
Oh, dude, that's even worse, man. would
Uncle
just-
Lou.
A cool
Yeah.
wish would be to be able to get every cigar MSRP at least, like somewhere. If you have to buy them, like at least MSRP.
Why
I
don't
would've
you
said
wish to move out of
50%.
California?
No,
Yeah.
man.
Pretty much.
But then when you move here, you're not gonna have anybody. Well, no, there's a lot of people here. When are you moving here, Peter? You said in a few
Never,
months.
bro. Never. That's not the state for me. It's not for me. Can't do it. First wish, all the cigar wishes. Yeah, there it was.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Go, yeah, go back to Sal's comment too. Sal said he would ban earthy mineral notes in cigar blends. Yeah, that'd be a good one too. Or tar. Tar is the worst. I recently smoked a cigar, and I got tar, and I had to recut it, and it solved the problem a little bit. But the cigar was really good up until that point, and then it just once you get that in your mouth, it's over, man.
Ah,
That
your
taste
palate
does not
defines.
go away.
The flip side to this would be, if all of those cigars couldn't exist, the people that are smoking those cigars and enjoy them wouldn't need other cigars to smoke, therefore cutting into good cigars, raising the price and dropping the supply.
Ooh.
See, the genie's gonna get you. Like that's what I'm saying.
It was just a fun question, Carpy. We don't gotta go fucking crazy on it, all right? Jeez.
I'm just saying.
Just
Yeah.
That one could bite you.
Sal also said the Byron 1850 was rough around the edges, and I would agree. It is my least favorite.
Didn't
Byron.
like it. Didn't
I'm
like
like
it.
the only one that likes that cigar. You can send them all to me. I'm fine with it. I love that cigar.
Yeah, it didn't taste like a Byron. I don't know. It was just start to finish, just rough edges, like Sal said. Nothing cohesive or what you're expecting from Selected. Let's see. Sandman said cigar smooth sailing. He's loving it.
Nice.
You get new notes, Hound Dog, or was that just an overall good?
It's like there's like a fruitiness, like a stone fruit, like a plum cherry kind of fruitiness coming in the profile. And like I get this like kind of spice. It's very hard to describe, but I get it just on Davidoff's, and it like the spice has like this floral component to it, and then like on the finish through the retrohale, it reminds me of like ocean air. There's like a slight hint of salts and musty that just reminds me of like ocean air, and I only get that off of Davidoff, and I love that note. It's very distinct, and I only get it off of Davidoff.
So we're smoking Davidoff.
So this is the Davidoff. All right.
Or
Shit, sorry. Sorry.
Hey, we don't
There
know.
we go.
We don't.
Yeah,
know.
we don't know.
I also, I mean, I don't know if it's the name on the cigar, but the Ocean Breeze has that salty component that kind of reminds me of that nuance that you're talking about.
Makes
that's a great
sense.
cigar. It's
With
such a
that
good
name.
cigar.
That's a really, really good cigar.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here.
I mean, now that you said Davidoff, I think. Never mind. I think I know what the blend is, though.
Johnny, you think every week, bro. Every week.
I just said I had no clue what this cigar is, but after smoking it, whatever, I think.
Damn it. I'm
Maybe
sorry.
Matt's mind fucking me. Well, sorry for what? That's
Wait
what
for
this
the
show's
reveal.
about.
Yeah.
You're going to see. Someone messaged me too. They're like, is it really only you that knows the cigars, or do like some of the guys know the cigars? I was like, it's just me. Trust me. No one else knows on the show. There's no sleight of hand here.
We've
I
given up
tried
on
to get it.
tricking.
I tried to get it the other day. Peter messaged me and was like, "Hey, what do you think for the second cigar?" I said, "Man, I don't know. What was the first one again?" Nothing.
Yeah. I'm getting pretty good at not being an idiot with that stuff. In the beginning, it was tough. They would trick me sometimes, but Poker Face has grown stronger.
It's gotten way better. It's gotten
Way
way better.
Yeah.
I think
Matt,
the
let's-
second cigar choice is a poor choice after this cigar.
Why is that?
I don't want to light up what I have after this. It's just going to ruin it.
I mean, you can always call an
Well-
audible, right?
Pick a better age.
There's so many AJs. There's so many AJs. Just don't do the 20th. Don't do the 20th, you son of a bitch. Don't do the 20th.
First off, I don't even have anything branded AJ in my humidors. I smoked them all. So I've got just an AJ cigar by somebody else.
You're out of New Worlds?
Yeah. I
Gobernators?
ripped through all of them. Yep.
Oh,
I love that cigar.
me too.
That's what
I
I
want to
have.
try and get more, but Matt made his stupid review, so they're never on sale now. Thanks, buddy.
You can find them on sale. You can find them on sale.
That's probably your most smoked cigar, Johnny. At least I feel like it is. I see you post that consistently on like the Discord and
He
whatnot.
said. He says that.
I've
Yeah.
smoked at least 200 of them. I've bought
Jesus.
at least 10 boxes. So
Good Lord.
Yeah. That's sick.
When you find a good inexpensive cigar, I mean, it's hard to pass it up.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good too.
Yeah. I think
you go, Josh.
one of you guys sent me this one. I don't remember.
Me.
I
was
got a
me.
couple
Probably
recently.
me.
Johnny sent me
The
one.
Navigante.
Yeah, both of
No,
you guys
that's-
sent me one.
Well, I sent you a Gobinator. I actually sent you my last one.
I think I smoked that one already. Yeah, I
Okay.
think I had that one already. Because that's a smaller Vitola. It was good. I enjoyed
No,
it.
Gobinator's bigger.
Yeah, this is the smaller Vitola I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Navigante.
But all right, 1T Matt, let's talk about your channel, man. I mean, you've been putting out a lot more content now. It seems like you've been a busy boy.
Consistent.
Yeah, man, been trying to do the because it's pretty easy to do the recordings when I'm smoking here in the tent. It's just getting the videos edited. So, I've been trying to work on that, get just the regular videos out, but I've really been focusing on, Erica and I getting together because it's been really fun doing the Dueling Palates with me and her, and it's been really fun doing this series. And I'm cranking up, got to get some more of the chat recorded because that actually has been, out of the regular reviews, Dueling Palates and everything, the chat has been probably my favorite thing that I do. The pre-recorded and the live. We went live a couple weeks ago,
Mhm.
and that was a really good time too. So, so I've been really focusing on the chat, trying to get some more pre-recordings done, and yeah.
What
See where
you've
it
had a
goes.
few episodes, right? A few episodes of the chat already. I know it was myself, Hound Dog, Erica, and Enzo.
And
Is that
Enzo, yep. Enzo's the first one. I got me and Sosa are gonna do one, Smoke Signals with Sosa. We're gonna do one Monday. That'll be a good
Nice.
time.
Cool.
So, well, I say that, but it's gonna be with the Night Commander, so you know how I feel on that. But
What's the hate? What's the hate for? What's the
just
hate
boring.
For? Come on.
It's just boring. but I'm gonna try it again though. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna send you one," and he even pre-cut it. He was like, "That way you can't do a stupid V cut." I was like, "All right, that's fair." And so we're gonna give that a go. But that's been a really good time, and especially with the pre-recorded, because there's no stress of like we got to be here at a certain time. It's just, hey, whatever's convenient, let's jump in and do it. If we need to cut something out, we can cut it out. But doing the chat live that me and Erica did, that was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be, because we heavily involve the chat too. Because what's the point of not if it's called the chat and we're live? And that was a really good time. So, as long as I'm having fun, I'm going to keep doing it. That's
right.
the way I see it.
Yeah.
It was a good time. It felt like that hour went by so quick when we pre-recorded. I was like, holy shit. Like, because you normally have a topic for every episode too, geared with that person that you have on, right?
Yeah, we try to make it like, hey, what do we want to talk about just as a base topic? And of course, like me and Matt, we were like, I don't know, we were talking about just other crap the first 30 minutes. And then it was like, oh, we should probably get into what we were talking about. But it's just nice to kind of have a baseline of what we want to talk about and then just kind of hang out and talk about that and see where the conversation goes. And yeah, and the hour does go quick. But and I like and I'm doing it with an hour just for if somebody wants to just listen to it going to work or whatever, they got a 30-minute drive to work, they can listen to it halfway to, going to work, and then the other half on the way home or something like that. I gear it, and I do that because that's how I listen to YouTube stuff and longer format stuff. So like Johnny's stuff, that's what I do with him. Anytime I'm on a road trip, it's all right, let me queue up all of Johnny's stuff that I haven't seen and roll with it.
Nice.
He's been slacking lately, though.
I mean, everybody's
woke
car,
up.
it seems like.
I got a road trip I'm taking. I'm driving over to Milwaukee, Johnny, at the end of the month. So I'm going to need probably 8 or 9 episodes if we can do that.
Damn. Shit.
I can just,
Yeah, we could do something like that.
Got some work to do.
GSM Tiger wants to know, one cigar for the rest of your life, what would you choose? Now this changes frequently. It's hard to put your finger on it, right? But I just go like, what's good that you've smoked recently that you can't get out of your head, that you're thinking about, like, oh, I got to get more of those? Or if you do have an all-time classic, what would that be? Matt, Matt, what would you say, man, if you had to narrow it down to that desert island cigar?
damn, that's so tough because there's so many good ones out there. Connecticut Martinique. If we doing different wrappers or just one? I like Martinique.
You only get one cigar. You don't get one of each wrapper. You got to pick one for the rest.
Martinique or Romeo Julieta Wide Churchill. Romeo Julieta Wide Churchill.
There it is.
That's what
Hound Dog approved.
Yeah, it's a great cigar. I would do the Edmundo Dantes.
I could see that. Roger?
That's what I'd do.
Be hard, man, because like different cigars for different moods. But it would either be like the Etafal or the Opus 20th or the Grand Cru. Yeah, one of those. Probably the Etafal, because I could get a bit of everything.
And those are just getting better. I don't know if you've smoked one recently, but they're freaking really
You sent
good.
me one, so
Last one I had was amazing.
Nice.
Thank you, Peter. I'm sure you sent that to me.
Probably. What about you, John?
Either the Jack Schwartz Bull or I really like the Quiet D'Orsay. So yeah, one of those two.
That's nice. Johnny, what do you got?
This is so odd. I actually had this conversation earlier today. Cubans count, correct?
Sure.
Any cigar?
Yeah.
Any
Each up
cigar.
and half
Yeah.
Corona.
Okay. Felipe?
Been digging lighter cigars. I would go with the Andalusian Bowl. It's always a good experience.
I had one yesterday in the lounge. I had a 2022.
Oof.
It was freaking good, dude. Good
2
choice.
years of age.
Yeah. Carpy, what about you, man?
I don't know, man. I mean, Roger kind of got it at the ones that I really do enjoy. The Dubai would maybe be in front of the 20th, but for the sake of originality, if we go with what I've smoked recently, that Ramon Ayones specially selected was like really good. Like I said, I said a couple cusses in the review, and I try and keep my reviews family friendly, and I say all the bullshit on this,
Yeah.
So I was editing. I was like, oh no, I made a swear. But it was really fucking good.
Yeah.
So
just to be different from some of this stuff. I mean, no one said Don Derma, and I could smoke that cigar at any point in the day. So
You love that cigar.
it ages good. It's good fresh. Like, it's just yummy.
Habibi.
Yummy. Fucking
Habibi.
I could do that Barba Amarilla every day.
Yeah.
Small batch exclusive.
Yeah.
Nice plug. Thank you. What's AJ got here? Has anyone had the worst cigar ever reviewed? The Fighting Cock Rooster Arturo. Excuse me?
No.
No. Has anyone in the chat had that? That sounds terrible just by the name.
Yeah, just by the name. It's a
Is that a
pass.
Gray Cliff or what? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna do some.
I
Googling
think it's
when we
like
get
some
done.
bundle. I think Fighting Cock's just some bundle brand, like around Mexico.
Hmm. Sounds terrible.
It's yeah.
What's going on, Wheeling?
You can get a box of 20
Thanks,
Churchills for $55.
Oh yeah,
That's bundle.
maybe we'll check it out once our segment of burning whatever to flaming whatever. When we get to that bottom tier of $5 to $10 or whatever,
Torching
be-
turd.
torching turds.
Yes.
There you have it.
Gotta
We
be
have
it.
the name.
Hell
I think you've named all of them so far, Matt.
I don't know if I did Flaming Fifties. I don't know if I did that. I wouldn't be surprised if one of you guys came up with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Was that you, Johnny?
Torching turds.
Flaming Fifties was you? Okay.
I mean, I didn't come up with burning Benjis, which I love, by the way, because I think no. When it originally started, we were going to go off that CAO baller. I think we were going to call them like baller Benjis or something like that. And then we did the Flaming 50s, the Torching 20s, and then we were just thinking of stuff for like
Torching
whatever.
turds. which will be this what's up, Texas Taurus? Which will be the first episode this Saturday for Flaming Fifties. So if you haven't picked one up yet, you still got a few more days. We are doing the Pyramid, the Mirafell Pyramid. So which you just smoked
Can't
and
wait.
Erica just smoked, Matt.
Yeah, mine. I can't really speak too much on it because I had construction issues, and I'm pretty
Mm.
sure I got a dud because I didn't get half the flavor notes like Erica was getting. So I'm pretty confident I got a bad one out of the bunch, which is disappointing with the price range. So it is what
Hence
it
your
is.
genie wish. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genie strikes again.
Yeah, because that cigar is between $55-$65 around there. So to get one that doesn't perform, that hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts.
So
Yeah.
Hero said he is getting lots of earthy charred notes at light up, starting to settle, finally getting to the sweetness. Where are we at in the cigar, everybody? I'm kind of midway point, I think, here. Some are further than others.
First third, really.
I'm burning through this
Yeah.
thing pretty fast.
Yeah.
And it gets smaller, it tapers down, so it's going to burn quicker. There's less to burn.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
It's like a big spliff.
Mhm.
Oh,
wouldn't it be funny doing torching turds and like 90% of them are just bangers? Yeah.
So I'm
I
hoping.
think
Yeah.
I think we'll find more gems in the lower price point range than we are going to find in the upper echelon. Like once we get to the 20-30s, I think we'll find like the sweet spot for most of the cigars performing really well. I know we have a lot of ones in the 50 category that we all love, but we're trying to do cigars that we haven't had, or majority of people haven't had. But we'll see. The Benjis weren't that good. I mean, I think the highest rated was a B tier.
And that was the Opus Society. Is that right? Was that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure was.
Which, I mean, when you're getting up into those price points, it's like people are just smoking it to be smoking it. It's not, they're not like $100.
Yeah.
No.
Even in that $50 price range, like me and Matt were just talking, and it's like no cigar is really worth more than $25. They just decide it costs that much.
Do you think some of it too is, because when I review a cigar, I try not to even think about the price. Like a lot of times I'll get sampler packs, so it's just X amount for this many, and I won't even look up the price to know, so I can just base it on the cigar itself. But do you guys think at all with doing burning Benjis that some of the not so high ratings were because of the price point? Like if some of those cigars were $20-$25, do you think it would have rated higher or no? Do you think that can get in your head a little bit?
Even on here, when I do the ratings, I try not to think of like the price, and like some of those were just not good.
Yeah.
No
I
matter.
think
I
it-
know
we're-
I don't do because when I think about it, like I think about it as money lost already. Like it's so out of my mind that I'm like, it's like, oh yeah, the cigar's not that good. But I picture it like that's money's been wasted already, dude. So I kind of
Sure.
And at that
I
price
think
point,
everybody has like, sorry.
no, go
I
ahead,
just
John.
I think everybody just have different expectations of what they want out of $100 cigar. Like for me, it's obviously performance is a given, but I just want uniqueness. I want it to be worth $100 because I want something that I can't get somewhere else, and that's where like they all fall short because there's not too many of them that are like unique. So
Yeah.
and then there's some that just like really piss you off, like that conviction. Like what?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, at that price point,
Yeah.
you're buying the box, the story, like what they're selling you, and
The
cigar. I don't
plastic
mind.
tube.
Yeah, man, they really missed on that one. But like you're buying for the experience, and I think if you're spending that money, like I don't care if I'm spending $100 on the cigar. I want it to obviously perform well because at that price point, that shouldn't be an issue. Like if I like the flavors or don't, that's subjective, right? Because whatever people like is different strokes for different folks. But it sure as shit better perform well, burn well, smoke well, and I mean, if you're buying those cigars, it's usually to like celebrate something. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of that gets attached to like an event or something that happened in your life. And you're like, I'm just going to get this stick and smoke it now. And a $100 stick to have a little victory smoke for something, for me, that's cool. But yeah, it's just nothing's really worth that price point. And that was kind of the purpose of the show, to show that, $20 cigars are probably better than $100 cigars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tim K, anyone planning on trying that Perdomo Legacy coming out?
Not if it's on Dom limited release like the 30th is. I still haven't had one of those because like no shop I've walked into has it.
Yeah, Mike, that place in over in Hudson, they had a bunch when they first came out, and I was there the other day.
Yeah.
None. He's like, yeah, we're not getting any more. I didn't know it was a limited
What?
release.
What is the Perdomo Legacy? I haven't heard of it.
I think the kid blended it.
Okay.
Yep. I think it's like the next generation of Perdomo coming up and taking a shot at making a cigar.
So it's like the Chapter 1 or the Capitulo 2 or the Solis for LFD
Right.
that the boys did.
Yeah, it seems
so
like
that's when LFD started making good cigars?
when the sun started blending.
Hey. Hey. Bull was
You just
out before
named their
that.
goods.
Bull was out before.
So we had one good cigar.
I mean, I'm not going to say you're wrong. I like the Solis and I like the Lennox, and those are the two blends that the Suns made. So
The Chapter 1 and
Solis
Chapter
is
2
very
were great.
good.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought you were saying the
Yeah.
Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 were by the kid too.
No, I know the older son, that was his first cigar that he blended, I believe, the Chapter 1.
Okay.
there you go.
That one was good.
who's
I
responsible
love
for
the
the double
Chapter
Lajero?
Probably Lito.
Lido.
That cigar sucks.
Who blended the Airbender? Was that Lido too?
Yeah.
I think that one was Lido. Yeah.
It's an older release for
I
sure.
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Airbender. It's a good cigar.
Airbender's good.
What's Littleback saying? Would you rather give up cigars for 3 years or only be allowed to smoke flavored cigars?
Smoke nothing.
Ooh.
Smoke nothing. Just
Yeah.
just do a cleanse. Do a 3-year cleanse. Don't fuck yourself up.
I guess I'd become a pipe channel because
Yeah.
flavored cigars are terrible. I wish I liked them. They're cheap. They're cheap shit, dude.
I saw HB smoke the Pappy today. He gave it a B. I don't know if he's in the chat, but HB, what are you doing, bro? That thing is freaking not good, dude.
Different smokes for different folks.
Yeah.
If I watched that,
I would
was
just
like,
cheat the
wow.
system. I would just smoke like, I mean, I have never had one, but you guys talk about it, Stillwell Star, right? That would count. So I'd
Yeah.
smoke that, and then I would
Is
smoke.
that a flavored cigar though?
It's not. I want to
no.
consider it flavored. It
No, it's
has
not
it has
flavored.
pipe tobacco. It has pipe tobacco in it, but it's not a flavored cigar.
Or
Yeah.
when we did the infused cigars, I don't even remember the one I smoked, but I would smoke that one because it's like infused with bourbon or something, and not, I don't know, some other shit, chocolate, vanilla, cherry, whatever.
Yeah, I'd go to pipes for. I would do the 3-year cleanse or go to pipes, unless Brulee Blues
Or
count.
crack.
Or
Ooh.
different pipe.
Ooh. I liked.
What do we got?
I like Sal's comment.
What?
I want to
Put
smoke
it up.
flavored cigars for 3 years. I'd save that money and buy a house. Probably. Probably.
Yeah, for 3
You
years
could
you
do that
build your,
smoking pipes. 3
build your
years,
man
3
cave.
years worth of pipe tobacco is what, $50?
Yeah,
Mm,
just about.
Yeah.
that's true. Where was the Arliss? What do you got here? Are you concerned about the tariffs, especially concerning Nicaragua? I haven't really looked into this. Carpy, I think you know a little bit more.
If
I
it's
do.
20, if it's 18% on like the wholesale price, like when they actually import it, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
I guess. You know, if the wholesale price of the cigar is $5, and then then they double it to 10, and then by the time you buy it, it's 20. Is it going to be $21 now because they actually got it into the country at $5 a piece?
The prices were already going
Fuck.
up anyway without the tariffs. It's like
Yeah.
the price hikes have been already.
It's just
You
the
know.
question becomes like when I'll make this short and sweet. During COVID, the inflation was price gouging. So are companies going to take this as an opportunity to raise their prices above and beyond what the tariffs are like they did during COVID? Or are they really just going to translate? Because the tariff costs always come down to the consumer no matter what. Whether or not companies use that as an opportunity to inflate upon that, we'll see.
Come on,
I'm
Carpy.
sure some will. Sure, some will. Some won't.
This is
Sorry,
America.
I understand this stuff.
Felipe, you say this is America?
This is America. Are you kidding me? It always goes to the consumer, man.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
definitely concerned about the
America?
tariffs. It's messing with my imaginary money market. So
Crypto hurts. Don't look today.
XRP.
It's not looking good.
They'll look at anything today. It's not just crypto. It's fuck.
That's true. That's true.
Oh yeah.
But I did see, I think Saka put out a post saying he wasn't going to go up on prices yet. Who knows if the tariffs are going to go through, all that stuff. Like, I don't think it's been finalized yet. There might be some bluffing
It's a
still
wait
to
and
go.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Carpy said, it'll get passed down to the consumer. And every year we're seeing like Half Wheel posts a list of companies and it's like increase in prices. And companies aren't dumb. They're going to build this in ahead of time, knowing if it's coming. They just want to soften the blow before we realize it. So, what are you going to do? What? Anyone do a triple V cut? The chocolate
Whoa.
starfish?
Whoa.
Or the barking spider.
Oh,
Man.
Chocolate starfish is something else. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's how they do it in Thailand.
Yes. Yes.
If you
it is.
watch White Lotus, you'll know plenty about that.
You've been watching that, right, Roger? Didn't you get on that train?
No, but I'm going to. It's magic words.
Yeah.
So good.
How many seasons, Matt? Like, do I got a lot of catching up to do? Because I think I'm going to start on that soon.
It's the 3 seasons. They're all placed in a different environment, different location. First season in Hawaii, second season is in Italy, third season is in Thailand. And this season gets dark. It gets, all the seasons before were fucked up. There were fucked up moments, but this season is like just it's soul sucking, but in a funny way. And it is so fucked up. It's just such a fucked up show. I love it. I fucking love it.
Did you hear that, Roger?
You
Huh? Thailand, Lady Boys. I think you
Hey.
might want to watch
Oh.
the show.
Magic words, dude. That's why I got to start watching.
He's gonna jump right into season 3. He's not gonna worry about the other 2 seasons.
Binge watch.
And Andrew said
So
Carpy is
good.
gonna try that cigar you reviewed today.
Oh, the Diamond Crown. You know what's funny? I was just saying to my coworker today, I was like, oh, the video's coming out. He knows to leave me alone at 12:15. I'm like, don't ask me anything. You already know the answer, buddy. And I filmed those so far in advance. I remember that I liked the cigar, but I don't remember why. So like I'm watching it new again during the premiere. It's great.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here.
This is a good one.
Panel recommendations. Just announced expecting the addition to our family. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Oh yeah.
Congrats, man.
What should you smoke to
Relative-
celebrate the announcement? Easy
It
to
depends
find.
on what he's got around him, right? Like, do you have somewhere that sells selected? Do you have a white label Davidoff shop? I mean, can't go wrong with many of those if you've got access to them.
Yeah. I'd probably go with that new Grand Cru, the Diademas.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Even the regular Grand Cru is pretty damn good. I just smoked that when I got back from vacation, and it's not as good as the Diademas, right? But it's
Yeah.
still a very good cigar.
Did you guys do that for the birth of your children or any like major events in your life? Did you grab a cigar and smoke it?
For my first kid, I didn't smoke cigars, but my buddy brought over cigars and he didn't smoke cigars either. So it was the Gurkha in the glass tube with the fucking wax on it. I don't even remember what it was.
The dragon something?
I don't know.
That-
I was
that got you
probably
a hit.
drunk and high, so it's who knows what it tasted like.
It's probably the best way
That's a
to smoke
drunk
those
high
cigars.
cigar.
You were
Yeah.
in too, I bet.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
John, you said you had a celebration stick for one of your kids, was it?
Was it for my? I mean, I did it for my kids. I just can't remember which ones. But the first one I ever did was when I graduated high school. I bought Padron, the 80th anniversary Maduro. That was like the first time I ever bought like a really nice cigar for myself.
Nice.
Good choice.
Anyone
I
else on
would.
the panel?
I'd do an
I would
Edifon.
go. Well, I'd go slightly. He said easy to find.
Oh.
So
Never mind.
I would go. I would do the celebratory stick when the child's born. But right now, since you know that whatever, I would get like a blue banded cigar and then a pink banded cigar. So what are your options? Rose or Sharon, or whatever, and whichever one you like better, that will be the sex of the child. So Rose or Sharon versus, I don't know, Don Pepin or AJ Nicaragua. I can't think of any blue labeled cigars.
It's got to be a good blue label cigar out there.
I don't think there is.
I mean, there's the Opus 20th, but that's not easy to find necessarily.
Yeah.
Society. That's blue.
Yeah.
Even
That's
harder
pretty
to find.
It's true.
Well,
Easy
maybe
to
not. It seems
Right
like
now,
the Society is actually easier to find now, but it's just fucking expensive.
find. Nobody's buying them. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Edgar's
125
chiming in with
bucks.
witchcraft.
Don't question Johnny.
Let's do a check-in with the cigar because I feel like we're getting Ocean Breezes blue. That's right, from Eric. You could go there.
Yum.
Not even halfway through this thing. I'm just marinating.
Well, you're just talking about tariffs the whole time. Jesus Christ.
Delicious.
One T Matt, what are you getting from the cigar, man? How's it performing?
Performing great, burning great. I mean, perfect burn line on it. Smoking great. I got cedar, a fresh leather, not in a bad way. And I'm getting some spice on it, some pepper, and I've had it the whole time, but not too much, so it's nicely balanced there. And I was getting brown sugar but now it's starting to turn to a little bit of vanilla, which is kind of nice. Really the same stuff. The sweetness has kind of transitioned a little bit for me, but it's kind of been the same throughout, besides that sweetness kind of transforming a little bit for me.
Okay. I just remembered a Blue Banded cigar, and I know John just smoked it too, the new Cohiba Serie M. Solid smoke, man. You can find them.
Very good. Very good smoke.
Surprisingly good.
Yeah.
What about you, Hound Dog? How's the cigar going?
It's trailing off in the final third, especially with the ring gauge becoming thinner and thinner. It's becoming more abrasive. Not bad, but more abrasive than it was. More oaky, more leather. The sweetness is calming down. Getting a little bit more spice. It's like right now it's like a red pepper like floral spice or herbal spice to the retrohale. It's not as good as it was, but it's still enjoyable, and it's overall I like it.
Roger?
The final third for me took a pretty good dip. Getting a bit of like the leather note came in, a tiny bit of minerality. The spice is gone. Like the spice is completely gone for me, but it's took a pretty hard dip for me in the final third.
All right, John, what about you?
The cedar turned more to like a harsher mesquite, like what you were getting, Peter. A little bit more leather, a little less brown sugar sweetness for me. The thing I enjoyed about it towards the end was like I got a little bit more creaminess, which was nice. But yeah, it wasn't bad. A little bit of a drop off, like everyone else is saying. Just got a little woodier for me, a little sharper, less round.
I echo that sentiment. Johnny, what about you?
Pretty much same experience. I think now that Hand Dog like ruined it for me. I know what blend this is, especially at initial light up. I don't know if this is a limited Vitola or not, but this is certainly not my favorite Vitola for this blend. As it tapers down, it gets less enjoyable for me.
Okay.
Yep.
Felipe?
Yeah, same thing. Everyone saying it, but it's gotten more harsh. Just tons of oak and leather, no sweetness. It's taking a dip.
Carpy?
I'm only really at the halfway point of this cigar. I think I enjoyed the one I had for review a little bit more than this, and maybe because I was paying more attention to it. It's still got the primary notes are similar, but I feel like I noticed more sweetness on the one I had before. So
Gotcha.
I still like it. I still enjoy it. This one seems to have a little bit more pepper, a little bit more woodiness to it.
Yeah, that's pepper, woody, leather. It's pretty much all I'm getting right now. Never really got much of the sweetness that some of you guys were getting, but not my favorite profile in a cigar, that's for sure.
It's got a nice kind
how-
of savory thing to it, though, that I'm enjoying. I don't know if it's the mesquite wood, like no something.
What did Ben say? Anyone going to get the Opus Society Gold and Bullet? I don't know what this is.
Probably will.
Excuse me. Jesus. What is it? Is it
No
just a new
say.
society?
They're coming out with another one. It's like silver and gold. There's no real details on it that I saw. There in the cigar news thing. Something
It was
came
posted?
up about it, I think
Okay.
so. Maybe not. I don't know where the hell I saw it.
All right. Should we feel like we're ready to rate this one? Yeah.
Are we allowed to talk about the blend yet or no?
I mean, we could discuss whatever you want now. I'm going to put the ratings in the chat. Feel free to click on the link and vote if you're smoking along with us. I'm going to put this here. Let's get that over here. I'll start off with the rating. I'm going to give this a C tier, nothing special. It didn't start out great for me, and it kind of ended out where it started. The second third was the best, if you can call it the best. Just didn't have any of that sweetness that some of you guys were getting, and I need some sweetness in my cigars. So, what do you got, Carp?
I give it an A. I'm enjoying it more than I think a lot of you guys are. I just like that it's got a decent amount of spice. Mine hasn't got harsh yet. I'm not even halfway through the cigar. So maybe that's the key to this one. Smoke it slow.
Smoke half of it.
Slow and steady.
Smoke
What do you got,
half of
Felipe?
it, Yeah.
I gave it a B tier. It's enjoyable. It's just, yeah, I think it's worth a try. I wouldn't buy it, a 5-pack or anything, but it's a good smoke.
Johnny, where are you going?
I went with you, Peter. I gave it a C. Little bit biased because I think I know what it is, so I don't like this Vitola, but retrohale is decent. I'm getting like nothing on the palate, just chalk.
Wow.
1T. What do you got?
So I'm going with a B tier on this one. It started out for me pretty decent. Second, third was the best third. And right after we were just talking about it, as I'm puffing some more, mine did start to take that dip where I was kind of getting some of that harshness you guys were talking about. And I'm even getting a little bit of like a lemon zest, which isn't great for it. But overall, a B tier. And I'm excited to find out what it is after Johnny said that if it's what he thinks it is, he likes a different Vitola. So I would definitely get a different size of this to try out. So I'm going B.
Hound Dog?
I was looking at the chat. Like for a while, the chat, the last 4 comments were caca, CACA. But it's this cigar is not caca. It's for me, it's a B tier. It was close to A, but the final third just took too much of a dip to get to an A, or like in my mind a memorable. It is noticeably better in other sizes though, in my opinion.
Okay. Roger?
I gave mine a C. It was a solid B, like with the first and second third, but then the last third just completely conked out. Give it a C.
John?
Let me touch on this. Frankie,
Go ahead.
don't figure price into it. This is assuming you don't know what the cigar is. You don't know what the price is. When you're voting on this show, don't figure the price into it. Do you like it or don't you? Pretend you're a gazillionaire and it doesn't matter.
Good mindset.
What do you got, John?
I gave it a B. Didn't blow my mind, but there were some nice notes, especially at the beginning and through the middle. So overall, it was enjoyable. Just didn't blow my mind, so I gave it a B.
Okay, let's see. 23 votes so far. Majority are for B tier, 6 for A, and 5 for C. I don't really see the voting changing at all. It's probably going to end up a B tier. But if you want to talk blends, if you think you know what it is, Johnny, since you think you know, what do you think?
Is this a limited, like an LE Vitola?
No.
No.
Regular
Because
release.
Stop and get it.
If it's a Davidoff, and if it's the blend I think it is, there should be a lot more like Dominican funk in this. And I got it briefly at initial light up, and it like went away. So I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot.
But
The
it
spice
does
is
have
what
that,
gives it away.
it does have that like floral musty spice to it on the retro. Not as much as that light
did.
up.
Yeah. For me, it went away. It just got really sweet, which I didn't mind. It just got syrupy sweet through the retrohale, which is very, very enjoyable. I really did enjoy the retrohale. My point is, I was saying that if it's the blend I think it is, and I'm already talking myself out, maybe I'm wrong, it's better in other Vitolas on the palate and through the nose. Does this cigar have Dominican in it?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then it is the blend I'm thinking it is.
Yes.
I definitely think it was a Ecuador wrapper. For me, it's got to be Ecuador or Ecuador Habano. That's
Can
my
we
guess, at
guess
least.
the blend now or no?
Yeah, you can.
Ecuadorian,
I'll tell you the
Connecticut.
price point.
Colorado Claro.
Okay. The price point of the cigar is about $33-ish.
So it's definitely a Davidoff.
Yep. Yep.
And as far as the blend, Ecuador is the wrapper. It's an Ecuadorian Connecticut with Dominican binder and filler.
So it is Colorado Claro.
It could be.
I would definitely
said
smoke
it's-
this in the double Robusto.
You said it's
It could
Ecuador.
be.
It's a sun grown.
Well, yeah. On the site I'm on, it says Ecuador, Connecticut. It's a
Sun
sun-grown
grown.
though, Carby?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, there's no way that was Connecticut.
Carpy knows. Carpy fucking knows. Come on.
Carpy.
Carpy knows.
Don't question him.
I just smoked it. That's the only reason it jumped into my head. When I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's a funny shaped fucker.
Just special tea. Special
And-
tea.
And that's why we
Yeah.
try to stick to Toros as much as we can
Nice.
because
I knew it.
it is Roger.
I wouldn't have got it
Knew
though
it.
if Matt didn't say Davidoff though. I would have never have got this.
I thought the size would give it away, but I was glad to see some guys had no idea. So that's good. But yes, it is the Davidoff Specialty Colorado Claro.
I was just hoping it wasn't a Caldwell because I know they have like that pyramid for some of the like that one that I sent you, the Midnight Express. Is this a friggin' Caldwell?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
he trying to pull a fast one on us?
That
Friggin'
is
Peter.
similar. That is pretty similar in shape, but not
It's a small batch.
not a lot of cigars.
Does
Not a lot of
small
cigars
batch
have that shape.
Caldwell?
It's a good question, and I haven't selected any for the first few months. Maybe I don't know. We'll check back. But there you go. That is a cigar.
Yeah, I think I enjoyed the one that I did for review a little bit more than this one. And I don't know. I like to think Davidoff probably has pretty good consistency throughout their cigars. So I don't know if it's one of those ones where, like, if you're not on a live stream talking with 7 dudes, you can pay attention to the nuances of it more. And the subtleties is what makes it super good. Because, like, the one I had for review, that's like if I had, I don't know, what is it, a box of 10? If I had like $300 burning a hole in my pocket, I'd buy it.
Did you review the number 3?
Dude. What's that?
Did you review
No, I
the number
reviewed the
3?
specialty.
Oh,
It was very good when I had it.
Huh.
But I smoked the stubby Perfecto thing on vacation.
short perfecto. Yeah.
And it was maybe a little bit nicer.
It's punchy. That short perfecto is punchy in comparison.
That's the other Vitola I've had, and I preferred that one. And I think JB sent me that cigar because I know he really likes those. And I'm pretty sure he sent it to me in a bomb. And I much rather have it in that short perfecto.
It's very good.
Frank's
I
first
would-
time following along. That's cool, dude. Hopefully you had fun, man.
Hell yeah.
Well, awesome, Frank. Thanks for showing up, man. Very cool. Now, One T, have you smoked that cigar before?
This one, no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. I tried it in a different Vitola. Because Johnny, you were saying in other Vitolas were better.
I've only had it in the double Robusto. It was the
Okay.
first time I tried it, and I loved it, and I just stuck with it.
Special R.
Yeah.
All right. Well, second cigars. What's everybody lighting up? I got this New World I'll be puffing on.
Nicaragua series.
I don't got an AJ.
Yeah, I don't have an AJ, but it's made in this factory, so
I was gonna smoke
yeah.
a peppery ass cigar, that knuckle sandwich Habano. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. So I torture myself with these ad miltias Maduros, man. And yeah, I don't even want.
How is it?
I still love it's horrible, dude. I still love this cigar. I don't know what happened. Look, now I can't not see the paint on the freaking on the bands thanks to Carpy.
Because
or
they're
not.
not good.
How
You're
dare
not
you.
enjoying it because they're not good.
So sad, dude.
I think the original release did very well, and then they scrambled to find more cigars and rushed them to market. a little bit.
Well,
too
that's
quickly.
like saying you did well in kindergarten, but now you're homeless. So
When it counts, it'll come through. You know how earlier John was saying that he was getting like toasted coconut on a cigar? When you get a note that you really like in a cigar, we're like, damn, this thing has this nice note and I love it. When you ever revisit that cigar, do you guys get that same like awesome note, or does it not happen?
Totally depends. I mean, sometimes not. You know, it depends on how consistent they are in the factory with them. Like, depends on a lot. You know, especially if it's like a real subtle note, because then it also depends on like what did you eat right before or drink. You know, it's just there's so much that can go into that, especially for those more nuanced notes.
it was the Colorado.
I got a
Claro
nerdy question
itself.
for Mike. Since you know everything about cigars and I don't know shit.
I don't know everything about why are you getting on me like that?
Because of our conversation
no
earlier.
Cuban tobacco and Mirafels.
No, that's not what I was
That's
saying.
shot.
But
You're rain
is
banded.
Ecuador the same as Dominican?
No, it's a different country.
Well, I just
Ecuador
looked this up. Well, because I looked up I looked up the Colorado Claro in the double R, and it's a
Yeah.
Dominican binder, Dominican filler. It says on the
Yeah.
specialty it's Ecuadorian wrapper, Ecuadorian binder, Dominican filler. So maybe they changed the binder on this Vitola. Because Davidoff does that. They'll change binders.
Is that on the Davidoff website?
It's on the Cigars International.
Check Davidoff.
Or no, I'm in JR. I'm in JR. Sorry, Cigars International didn't give me anything. JR says it's Ecuadorian Connecticut sun-grown wrapper, binder Ecuador, filler Dominican Republic.
So
in
what
Dominican.
I've found looking up information for cigars is that the majority of the retailers are terrible at it. One guy will get it wrong,
Okay.
and then everybody
Yeah.
copy and pastes each other.
Okay.
But the Dominican Republic,
Go to
and
the
Haiti is
manufacturer.
the same island. I think that the island's called Hispaniola. It's like to the
Hispaniola.
east of Cuba, and then Ecuador is like in Central America. So they're probably the same latitude, but way
Or
different.
similar. Yeah.
Well, it's just the only reason why I say is because I know like when Davidoff does certain things like the anniversary #1 is the same wrapper filler, but different binder versus the #2 or something. Like they change shit up. And I'm just wondering if that's why this one was just different.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
Principal does that too with the Aviator. They depending on the Vitola, they'll do a different blend on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love those aviators. They're very good. I had the Night Flight though. It's like the Madura one recently. Stick to
Yeah,
the
like
white
it.
banded ones. No, that one.
That's
was
good.
a
That's good to
mystery.
know.
Yeah.
That's good to know because I've been curious about that Night Flight, but I'll save the money, I guess.
I think that scored D tier for me. It just was, the blend was not cohesive. It was, I was getting like 50 different flavors and they were all not meshing well.
Yeah.
It's like the Lost City. Sounds like the Lost City.
See, Johnny, I don't know everything. I was mistaking Honduras and Nicaragua like touch borders. Ecuador is proper South America.
You don't know nothing, then I don't know shit because
I
you
don't
know
know
much
shit.
more than I do.
Don't listen to me.
Mike knew he just did that on purpose just to throw everybody off.
Nah,
Mike's my go-to. All I do is Instagram him like every fucking day, asking him questions. You can tell me
Hey,
to
man,
shut the
if
fuck up if it's getting annoying.
He's like, every time he's like, hey man, I'm sorry. If you're busy, don't even respond to this. I'm smoking.
Or if like I'm reviewing a cigar and I don't know what I'm doing, I'm like, oh fuck it, pause. Hey Mike,
Yeah, I love answering questions if I know the answer to it.
We got a question from Doug here. Has anyone tried the Hoya de Monterey Excalibur? Now, this was in collaboration with Illusione, right? Am I thinking of the right cigar? It's like a double Corona, enormous blue band.
That's like an LE, but I think the Excalibur has like been out for forever. I've had them. It's been years.
I've had it. Is it the Excalibur Epicure 5 1/4 by 50? Hoya de Monterey, yeah.
It's a blind,
hated that cigar. Yeah. I love this cigar scanner app. I don't even know if I smoked it, so I just punch it up. Yep, there it is. And cigar suck. Okay.
Is the Excalibur the one with the gold band on it that's been around for a long time?
I think
Okay.
so.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yep. Gold and black.
Yeah, I had that a long time ago. That was probably back in like 2008 when I had that. So I don't remember anything about
Long
it.
time.
Yeah, Terrence is
That's
clarifying.
That's a
Regular.
newbie cigar. I'm not newbie, but it's very, very widely available.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, Terrence
It's
said
one-
the blue band is the LE version.
Okay. It's one you'll get pointed to, like by people in cigar shops. If you're newer, they'll point you to it a lot. Like I would put it that way.
Gotcha.
Ready for
Is it because
disappointment?
it's for novice smokers, or because it's not moving off the shelves, so they're just gonna pawn it on you when you're new?
It's kind of a both
Combination.
and, I guess. I mean, it's just I just think it's if someone's newer and it's like I don't know, you're not wanting to maybe start them off on something more expensive, it's because it's also at a more reasonable price point and they're just getting
good
into
point.
it. So it's so I think it's more along those lines of just it's a I don't know how to say it without sounding
Inexpensive and
offensive.
inoffensive.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Johnny, would you light up? Raph wants to know.
Punch Diablo.
Huh.
Is this the Scamp? I don't know what Vitola this is. Yeah, it's the Scamp.
It's like a third of
God, I
all.
need bifocals. This sucks.
I smoked some cigars lately that were good. Was that you guys don't remember that boy band stupid thing, like those one cigars by
Principal?
Yeah.
I smoked the Manolo. I think it's Manolo, and he's the one that makes the Casa. He makes those Mexican cigars, right? I forget what they're called.
Casa
Casada.
1910.
The 1910s. There we go. And that cigar was really freaking good, man. So I
Nice.
assume the other ones are going to be better. So I'm looking forward to trying it. Then that AG cigar by Alex, man, the
The Habano.
Habano, that thing was so freaking good, man. It was so good. I was surprised with how good it was. I was looking forward to it because Johnny said it was good. I know you guys have smoked some of them, but that was a great cigar.
Let me see which one I smoked. I only smoked one, and I wish I would have reviewed it.
You had the
This is not a way for me to ask for the guy to send me free cigars either. I'm just saying I wish I would have fucking reviewed it. It was so good.
That was the Nuevo Rieno, and then I had the Gloriosos. That was really good, and then the GAOTU was. I had a fucking giant one, which was a bit much, but
Yeah.
it's like a Nicaraguan Puro, and it's like a bolder cigar, but it's super well balanced. And then he ended up sending me like the 6x48 instead of the 7x60 and a follow-up package. He's like, here, try the reasonable one. I'm like, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
They're affordable
Yeah,
sticks. too.
I had the Un Nuevo Reno, or I don't know. It
Yes,
was
dude.
really
The
good.
Toro, or
It was
what is
so
there?
good.
So
I think it's only like $11.
okay.
I looked it
yeah,
up.
Toro.
Unreal.
That cigar was great, man. I really, really enjoyed it. You guys should try it.
His cigars are priced very well. I forgot which one I had. I think it was not the U.S. exclusive. I think it was the European one.
Rabanya, something like that, right?
Something
Yeah.
like that. I can't remember, but it was very good. Yeah.
Nice, man.
Johnny, what cigar app are you referencing?
Cigar scanner. I think if you have iPhone, you have to cheat the system or something to use it or something. I know a lot of iPhone guys have a hard time getting it. Like it's not in your app store.
Store?
You have to go to like a third-party app store or something to get it. I don't know.
Gotcha. And
But
that's
it's in the Samsung store.
that takes the inventory from Neptune, is
Neptune. Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if
have a
Neptune
great
doesn't sell
inventory,
it,
too.
you have to punch in your own info. You have
Gotcha.
to add it yourself.
Does it populate for like everyone else too? Is it like a sharing aspect of it? So if someone else smokes it, you can grab that information from it?
Yeah, it's
That's
it's
cool.
almost like social media. I don't use it for that much of it, so I can't really explain to it, but there's like a daily thing of what people are smoking, and you can see their ratings. And then
Oh, cool.
if like 10 people rate the cigar, you can see their ratings, and then it gives you the opportunity to type in a description of your experience, and you can read those if they put it on there.
Gotcha.
But it only takes reviews from the app, not from the sales of
Website.
cigars on Neptune that you would get on their website.
Gotcha. Mike asked if there's any new releases that we're excited about, because I know PCA is in a few weeks, and I think the only one going from the panel is 2T Matt. So I'm assuming we'll be hearing more about new releases coming up as we get
I'm not
closer to the
biased or
show.
anything, but I'm kind of excited to see what Cavalier does with their broadleaf thing. They're going to put out 4 broadleafs a year, like 4 different blends. I don't know if, they might quit after 1 year if it's not successful, but that could be interesting.
Yeah. I saw Sebastian announce that on IG today.
Yeah. I was so disappointed with 2024's releases as a whole that I'm not really looking forward to anything.
Mm.
I feel the same way.
Seems like a lot of companies are just banging shit out, and then they're releasing it about 6 months before they should to make a quick buck, and then it tastes like ass until you forget about it and then revisit it later.
So it's kind of like
super cool. Yeah. Super excited to smoke these cigars in 2026 and see if they're any good.
I'm excited for the Aladino coming out, that yellow box one. I can't remember the name of it, but that one looks interesting. And then the Foundation 10th anniversary. Those are probably the two that have sparked my curiosity the most. But I'm with you though, Mike. 2024 was pretty disappointing. So
Chamali Pioneer, their broadleaf.
Has that been announced yet?
Ooh.
I believe. I haven't seen it, but it's that they've released in like that they're going to be coming out with the broadleaf. Sal, he just mentioned it. Okay. All right.
There you go.
I'm still waiting for the Amaforte Cortez. When's that coming?
Ooh.
I've been getting like press releases for Placencia like through emails, but it hasn't been any of that yet. Mostly just like new offerings on sizes. Like they're gonna do the Hexto and a Tubo now, and they're releasing like 5-pack versions in like the cardboard kind of packaging for Almaforte. I think Alma Campo too. So, but we'll see. I mean, I heard it's coming. I heard the Cortez is coming in the Fuego or the Forte. So that'll be interesting.
Is that for the
Did they say
Claro
which
too,
wrapper?
or just
Both.
the regular one? Both?
Both?
Sweet.
Wow.
Sweet.
Yeah. The press release had both of the Fortes, and then it had the Campo.
Nice.
Yeah.
What you got in that pipe, Matt?
Oh, torpedo.
Heck yeah.
I did kind of switch and move. Went with
What
the
is
pipe.
it?
And I don't remember what I put in this thing because I loaded this last night for the Stogie podcast, and then it was just sitting out here, and I forgot what it was. I think it was that one that Barbados something like that.
Johnny's
Johnny's favorite.
Yeah.
I like it.
My favorite Tom Bigby. What are you talking about?
Can you
There you
taste
go.
the
The Bigbies.
racism?
All right. Keep it moving, everybody.
Whoa.
The for me, new releases, I want to try that new Red Meat Lovers. The I forget what it's called, but they're releasing a new wrapper on the Red Meat Lover, so we'll see how that goes. It's a darker wrapper. I don't know if that means spicier, but
Is it
I'm
CB?
I have no idea. I don't even know if the details have been brought out. I know they released it for the Red Meat Lovers event, and it hasn't been for sale or anything. I believe it's coming later this year. I think maybe pre-orders another shop, but I'm gonna keep my eye open when I see that. That's for sure. And I think Umbagog's coming in a new size, so that'll be exciting.
Robusto.
Mhm.
Yep.
I will say though that plantation blend is lacking like cottonmouth. I was expecting to get something like that in it, but it's just rum. It's good.
What's going
So
on,
the
Titan?
bronzeback Robusto, so Titan, bronzeback Robusto isn't it already a Robusto? It's like 5x48.
It's just gonna be thicker, I guess.
It's gonna be a 5. It's gonna an entirely different cigar. You should definitely get a bundle right away.
I will.
Hey,
You
they're
talking to me?
cheap.
I don't know.
At least
I
they're
will.
cheap.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. There is a
Cheaper.
new Sin Compromiso coming out called The Word of Saka.
Nice.
So we'll see what
man.
that's about.
He's had new stuff like every month.
Yeah, well, he should reblend that fiddlestick because that thing needed some more time.
Fiddle fart.
Maybe it's gonna be his crowned heads year.
We'll see.
No, don't jinx it.
I hope not. They're rebranding. I don't know if you guys saw that. Crown Heads is rebranding their sticks. They got a new logo. I think all their bands are going to slowly start changing over to a new scheme. So that'll be
I don't
interesting.
Gotta try whatever you can, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Luke said, Johnny, he smoked that Punch Diablo Robusto a couple weeks ago. Half was decent. And all of a sudden, burnt poop-esque. Okay.
I would say dry box that cigar and try it again. If these cigars are heavily humidified, it's dirt.
Yeah. Oh, the hat is not the new logo. It looks a little Alec Bradley. Roger brought that up, and I kind of agree. Like, it kind of has that AB look to it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Doug, I know people who have had success with this ordering from there, so that's all I'll really say on that. I think people have gotten their cigars if they've purchased them from that place. So we'll see. But Matt, what's on the horizon for you, man? Like, what are you and are you doing more stuff with Erica coming up? I'd love to see her start reviewing things more consistently, or is she just kind of only going to be doing stuff with you on the Dueling Palates?
Not sure where she wants to take it. You know, as of right now, you know, we got a few more to do in the series for reviewers, 10 cigars. She said she was in to do the chat live once a month, so she'll be my co-host for that. And we got a few other cigars that we've been talking about lining up to do further more episodes of Dueling Palates. Not sure if she's going to try to do her own thing or what. She has her own logo and everything now, so DC made her a logo, so
she's official.
Yeah. So and she's been having fun doing it.
Yeah.
So
if she likes it, she should do reviews because there's a lot of ladies in the cigar field or whatever that aren't really all about the cigars, you know, but she is. So it would be something much needed in the space.
Yep.
Good representation.
So hopefully this is
really really good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a
this may be
female
a
that
jumping
will
off
actually retrohale. Maybe we'll see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
I know. That's what I was saying. Like,
yeah. So maybe this is a jumping off point for her where she, you know, starts to do her own reviews and all that. So we'll see where, you know, and like I said, she's having fun doing it. So, and at the end of the day, you know, it's all about having a good time doing it. So, you know, I can see as we keep doing this, I can see her maybe cranking up her own thing. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I remember we got her on a Cigars with Friends like early on last year, and she was so nervous about being on camera and getting that all squared away. But the more she does it, I think she'll get more comfortable with you. And then, I mean, maybe we'll get her on an episode of Unbanded one day. We'll see. We'll plant that seed and get her on her.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think she did good on the live, you know, and, you know, because it's different, you know, it's different being live versus doing the recordings like we were doing. And, I think she did pretty good on the one that we were on. I mean, I think she did good on the one she was on with you guys too, but
yeah, it's a little weird when you've never gotten on a live stream and all of a sudden you get thrown into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think what was cool about your first live with her is that the chat was so interactive. Like, it takes a lot of the pressure off once everyone's kind of talking and, you know, BSing it. You just realize you're just hanging out with the people from Discord or whatever, you know, people who are like-minded and just smoking cigars and having a good time. So it's definitely a different beast. But like you said, more reps, she'll get comfortable with it.
Yep.
Damn, Paul. Sorry, bro.
Damn, touched a nerve, Johnny.
Let me tell you what. Hear me out. I mean, I didn't light up my first cigar and start retrohaling. I had to literally YouTube how to retrohale. Okay. And that chewing the smoke
What a
thing or
nerd.
whatever. What
What a
do you do?
nerd.
I watch
It's
you guys
magical,
retrohale all
Paul.
the time, and on the retrohale I get this, so I wanted to get it. So I did the chewing the smoke method, and that was the easiest for me to get it, and then eventually you just fall into your own way to do it. So
Is that
Not bad,
just you
Paul.
chew while you
Magical.
breathe out your nose, or what?
It'll change your life.
say that again.
Is that just you chew while you breathe out your nose?
I think so. It helps work it like it's way back and up. When I used to attempt a retrohale, what I had to do was, former cigarette smoker, what I had to do was kind of pull it, please, no jokes. I had to pull it down my throat, okay?
Yeah.
And
Tell
try
me
not
more.
to get it in my lungs. Shut up. 10, 9, 8. Had to
Example.
I had to try and like get it, in my throat in order to push it through my nose.
Yeah, you got to get it deeper, Johnny. You got to get it deeper.
Inhale it
Episode 69.
sometimes, right?
That's right. Full circle, baby. Full circle.
So
And that is the Red Meat Lovers. The new
Tonga.
blend. Yeah.
These are such good cheap cigars.
I love that cigar. I was looking for that cigar. I smoked all of them. That's the cigar I
It's a
wanted.
great
to grab.
cigar.
What is that again, Mike?
The AJ Nicaragua series, they're like $3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got one.
They're so good.
Yeah, they're
They're
good.
better in the
One of the
Toro than
best.
this little Robusto that I have here. Or I think this is actually a Rothschild. They're better in the Toro, but this is still pretty good.
There you go. And just follow up on what we're smoking now. This New World is better than that Davidoff. So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nick.
The chocolate sweetness that is in here with like a salty kind of bready goodness. I'll take this over that Davidoff for sure.
I love the New World, man. It's such a good cigar, especially for the price.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think the Cameroon is still my favorite out of the bunch, but this would probably be up there with it.
Nice. The Connecticut's not bad either. It's pretty good.
God damn, man. Why do I
Kirby.
even fucking say
Taryn,
anything?
send him your throat goat plaque or whatever, your award. We'll put it right over Johnny's shoulder for the episodes.
I will be right back. Feel free to make fun of me.
And Tiger has a question here for you, Matt.
Yes. I just smoked that, I think. What is that cigar? I remember a Neo. What is that?
Is that the definition one?
No,
Oh, yeah.
okay. No, I got them. I haven't smoked them. I was like, I remember that name. But yeah, I haven't smoked it yet. I'm letting him rest before I have one.
Is it that one though? Am I thinking of that, the new with that
I think you're
unique
correct.
band
Yes.
on it? Okay.
The black and gold
Yeah.
band. Yep.
Yeah, I spaced on that cigar. I was like, I don't know what this is. So, question for you, Matt. 1T. Raph wants to know, how different is the smoke in pipe tobacco than cigar? Because you just started transitioning to pipe not too long ago.
Yeah, just a few months ago, I got into pipe tobacco, and it's a completely different ball game.
Yep.
Completely different experience. So I don't really know how to explain it besides that. It's completely different, but it's enjoyable. And I enjoy the pipe smoking. Peter, we've talked about it. It's more that because you got to be focused more on the pipe. There's more to it. You can't just, not like a cigar where you can just light it up and just keep puffing on it. You got to tamp it and keep it lit. And so there's more, I don't know. It's great for me for that decompression time and just focused on nothing else but the pipe. And, so I enjoy it.
Yeah, I always equate it to like cigars are more social and a pipe is more like private, like more just your time because it's harder to keep it. Like I tried smoking a pipe while doing the show. It's it's impossible. Like with the talking and keeping it lit and all that. If you're hosting a show, it's not advised. If you're just chilling, then it's fine. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Give it a go, man. It's always worth a try.
In a wide range of blends and different flavors. You know, you got your aromatics and your non-aromatics. And like I'm somebody who I don't care for infused cigars, but I like aromatic tobacco. So
yeah.
I find them less complex, but maybe at times even more flavorful. You know, I mean, obviously, especially aromatic, but a little bit more linear. But yeah, I don't really know how to explain the difference either in terms of the taste. It's just different for sure.
And what's nice is, let's say you only got 15 minutes or 20 minutes. You want to get a smoke, you load a bowl.
Yep.
Load a bowl.
Well, what I've really liked about pipe tobacco is like I like the aromatics, but maybe not as much as like Peter does. I know you really love the aromatics, and I've gotten quite a few. Well, not quite a few. I got a few things where like it's just straight up like bright or golden Virginias, and you really get to taste like the individual tobacco. Whereas like I got like a Carolina Red Flake, which is like a red Virginia, which is left on the stock longer. It's darker. There's lower sugar content. You get to taste the difference in that. And I've started to notice like when I smoke a blend, I can taste that there's the different tobaccos in it even more distinctly than with cigars. So it's really interesting to taste the different varietals that way.
I think what I like most about pipe too, especially the aromatics that I gravitate to, is they don't fucking stink. And like some nights you just don't want to come in smelling like a fucking cigar. You know what I mean? Because everything smells. Your wife complains. You got to get in the shower. You got to brush your teeth. Like immediately. When I smoke a pipe, it's just, especially the aromatics. Like usually my mouth isn't caked in like a nasty taste. Then with the aromatics, they just smell so good that usually when I come in the house, my wife's like, "Oh, what'd you smoke out of the pipe? It smells nice." So it's just like, some nights you don't want to reek, basically, especially if I'm in the tent, because it does hold the smoke.
Some nights. Some nights
you just want that cigar, though. You know what I mean? But the aromatics are definitely nice in that aspect where you're not going to smell like you just got out of the cigar bar.
Yeah, and there's different levels of like aromatics. There's like your Tom Bigby and the Barbados Plantation, which are like heavily flavored, but then you can get into ones that are like Autumn Evening is less aromatic. It's got like some caramel going on with it, or like the navies that John recommended, that they're like rum topped, and they just kind of have a rum flavor going to it without much else. Like it doesn't have to be like smoking the acid of pipe tobaccos. It can be somewhere in between natural and that.
And the cost of it at the end of the day, like, the pipes themselves can be expensive depending on what you want to get, but the pipe tobacco itself, I mean, you can get a 2-ounce tin for, depending on what you get, for like $8 to $20, and $20 is on the high end.
Right.
That's like 30 bowls.
Yeah.
And Jonathan just said he smoked 2 Avowed. They've been really good. I just saw Half Wheel reviewed The Awakening today and gave it a 91.
Wow.
Nice. Sick.
I was like reading, like normally I'll just go straight to the bottom and see what it got, but I read it all because that's my favorite one out of the Avowed. And I was like, oh man, I hope this gets a good score. And they had some construction issues, but it didn't affect the score. They said it still smoked fine. And 91, man. Pretty good.
That's like their top score. They never go above 91 usually.
Yeah, it's a good score.
Yeah.
I lost that comment that you had, Felipe, of where to get the packs, but I'll just touch on it. If you're new here, the unbanded mystery packs are done through Small Batch. So just Google Small Batch. Once you get on the page, type in Cigars Unbanded at the search bar at the top of the website, and the monthly packs will be there. I believe, they are sold out for April, but probably in another week or two, that's when they usually turn them on again. So sign into your account, sign up for the notifications. You'll get an email when they're back in stock. Grab one, and then you'll be good to go for May. You'll be smoking with us in May. Let's see. we're wrapping up here. Let's see if there's any questions. If I missed anything.
So while you're looking at that, I just want to. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So I was just going to say, what's fun about the unbanded packs is you get them, you don't know what you're smoking, so you have no bias coming into it based on the band or the brand or the blend or anything. And you know, every month I get cigars that either I haven't had or I never would have went and bought myself. So, and whether they're good or bad, whatever, I get to experience that cigar, and you know, it's fun. It's a different take on, you know, because you can get a mystery sampler pack, but this is way better in my opinion because you don't know what you're smoking. You can smoke it with everybody, and yeah, it's a good time.
Thanks for the plug. It's you're getting your money's worth every month too. Like the MSRP of the cigars that you're getting in the pack are well above what you're paying, and
It's top tier. It's top tier.
would you say it's
And you
Even
get to
if
hang
you're
out
in
with us.
California, it's still worth
It's
it.
S tier. It's S tier. You get to hang out with us. Come on. What are you doing here?
And Toby just said it's out of stock. I mean, it's just shut down for the month. So mid month it opens back up. So just put the email reminder on. And
what do we got here? Are all Cohiba red dots trash? Anyone want to take this one?
Yes. Short
Mo-
answer.
mo-
Yes.
Most of
Oh,
them, yeah.
sorry.
The blue.
Most of them, yeah.
Which that's not a red dot. I mean, any of like the core lines, like the Cohiba blue, that's the red dot, the original. They're the black, the Cohiba black. What's the it has the Riviera.
The Riviera.
They're all
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Just go with the blue, the new one for 2025.
The new one. Yeah.
You'll enjoy
The
that.
Cerium Azul was really good. That's it.
Look at my face. Look at my face. Is my face frozen?
Yeah.
That's your red dot face, bro.
That's my red dot face. That's not. Yeah. Look at that. Wow.
Woof,
That's a
woof.
look at disappointment. That's a look at disappointment right there. That's so tight. You can still hear me.
Yeah.
That's a
Sorry,
perfect
guys.
Cohiba red dot face.
It's fantastic. I'm sure the memes will be rolling in Discord.
I love
All
it.
right. Well, we're about at time here. So Matt, Matt, what do you want to plug, man? What do you got coming out? What can we look for you to be doing in the future?
So Mondays and Fridays, Dueling Palates, where we're doing our little mini series here. So Friday will be the next one coming out. Probably next Friday or the Friday after. We haven't decided yet. We'll go live with the chat, Erica and I, and then just doing some pre-recordings of the chat to keep those coming out the first of every month. So, yeah, good stuff.
There you go. Subscribe to everything Sober Cigars.
That's it.
There you go. Hound Dog, are you with us? You're still frozen, but
Yeah, no, I'm working. I'm working to become a marionette artist. So I'm working on not moving my lips when I speak, and as you can see, I'm doing a phenomenal job.
all the training's
So
paying
yeah,
off.
I know Sal. I know ventriloquist. That's different.
marionette puppets.
Yeah. So ventriloquist, Sal will be proud because I am now the cigar ventriloquist. You cannot. My skills are unmatched. S tier, unparalleled. I have shit. There's stuff coming out all the time. So it's stuff.
I wish we could get Sal in here and he'll just voice dub for you over your face and just pretend to be you. We'll work on that.
Love it.
What do you got, Roger?
So sweet.
I shot that video for the AG Cigars, Nuevo Reina. So look out for that. It's gonna be great.
John, what's coming out, man?
Dude, I've been so behind and inconsistent. So I finally have edited the PB97. So look for that coming out tomorrow. Finally, I'm
Nice.
so behind, dude. Yeah.
Chef's kiss. But we will see. Johnny, you got to make some videos because
Yeah.
Sober
I know.
Cigars is going to be driving soon. So
Yeah, man.
what's on the
I know, I
docket?
was already said like I've been lazy lately, but apparently I got to pump out 6 hours worth of content. So
It's 3 videos.
you asked for it. Don't complain. I might just blast them all off in like 2 days. So
You do that. You do that
mhm.
You did
in
do.
Windows. I did do.
And
Just
Felipe,
busy
it's
with work.
good to see you back, brother. Glad the illness didn't take you down.
Yeah, I get sick every other week here in this house. But AG Cigars, yeah, I feel bad because Alex has been messaging me like every week, like, hey, you smoked it yet? So AG Cigar is going to have to be my next review.
I don't think you'll be disappointed. They've been
Do the
pretty good
Nova
so
Ring.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys which one you like that you preferred out of all of them.
The lighter shade. Well, I've only smoked one. I shouldn't say. But
I like the Gloriosos better than that Maduro one I had. And it sounds like the guys are like in the Nuevo Reino or whatever. It's hard to say the Spanish word right when a Roger is stumbling on it. You're supposed to be our fucking guide here, bud.
dude, I always revert to Matt to pronounce it properly, dude. So that'll tell you.
One team Matt.
Mexican
Like-
Matt.
I like how the video is still stuck. It's fucking tremendous.
Mateo.
Carpy, what do you got coming out, man? You're in the Diamond Crown
Oh,
series
yeah.
right now?
Yeah, Diamond Crown Shootout. That's, there's 5 cigars in that. That'll be over, and then I'll put other stuff up.
There you go.
I don't know what.
All right. Well, for us, we'll be back Saturday for the first episode of Flaming Fifties. We'll be smoking the Marifel Meyer Pyramid. So you got a couple days to get that. And I don't know who's going to be on that show. We'll get a bunch of guys. We'll mix up the panel. We'll make sure it's nice and full, and it'll be a good time. And then other than that, next Thursday, cigar number 2 out of the small batch pack. I think that's it for us. But everybody in the chat, thanks for hanging, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure. We will see you next week. Or Saturday. We'll see you Saturday. We'll
Night,
see you soon.
guys.
Yeah. Wolf.
See ya.